Oh, is he lost forever? Oh, can he still endeavor? Oh, will he find his treasure? Or will he die alone?
Oh, dude, look, it's that commercial with the guy that lost 400 pounds eating at Subway sandwiches.
Still looking good. His name is Jared. His name is Jared, and he likes to eat the sandwiches.
Hey, fellas.
Jared Fogle was an overweight, middle school child weighing almost 300 pounds. He was ignored and sometimes bullied at school. This is the story of how Jared went from zero to hero to weirdo right in front of the world's eyes. So come join me in the Murder She Said for this bizarre true crime tale, and my name is Holly. Hit the subscribe button to join us at the Murder She Said for rare and unusual true crime tales, usually twice a week. We all know Jared Fogle from Subway commercials and how he lost 245 pounds from eating Subway sandwiches because he became famous from his unusual diet. He was known as the face of Subway and made over 300 commercials for the fast food giant. In 1998, Jared, who was a business major at Indiana University, and he lived at an apartment in Bloomington. And right outside of his apartment was a Subway sandwich shop. And one day, on spring break, he happened to stand in front of that shop. And he weighed 425 pounds at the time, was depressed and lonely. So after he stood in front of the Subway sandwich shop, he read a sign advertising their 7 sandwich with 6 grams of fat menu. It just sort of dawned on him, I like Subway. Maybe this could be a way I could lose weight. In just a year, Jared had lost 245 pounds on his strict diet of Subway sandwiches. Jared's lunch would consist of a 6-inch turkey sub, a bag of baked potato chips, and a Diet Coke. Dinner was a foot-long veggie sub and a Diet Coke. Sandwiches were not dressed with extras like cheese, mayonnaise, or oil. Jared first appeared in the Herald's Time in January 2000 in a column about his road to weight loss, which led Subway to start using Jared as their spokesperson, and he quickly spiraled to fame.
Jared believes in an active lifestyle, including lots of walking. At the heart of Jared's routine are Subway sandwiches.
Hey, Jared.
Hey, guys.
At Subway, you can choose from 7 sandwiches with 6 grams of fat or less, and they all taste great. Food for thought.
So, Jared, you've got your old fat pants, haven't you? Let's have a look at them.
I do. These are way more famous than I am peers. Actually, if I can't make an event, I send the pants. But this is what I used to wear.
Wow, look at
It's a good reminder for me. Obviously, people are always fascinated to see the pants. It's a great visual aid, and especially when I'm talking to kids. I speak to children all over the country and actually all over the world now about my story, the fact that they know me really well from TV, and really try to have a good message for them about the mistakes that I made. And when they see the old pair of pants, they just sort of ooh and ah. They really just can't believe it.
Just like anyone that would quickly spiral to fame, the fame got into Jared's head, and I guess he believed he could get away with anything. And apparently, he goes on to attempt that. In 2004, he even established the Jared Foundation, a nonprofit aimed at raising awareness about childhood obesity through educational programs and tools presented to parents, schools, and community organizations. This is when he began to travel all over the world, making appearances at schools to encourage children to eat healthy. What the world didn't know about Jared was he was using this front to abuse the children he would encounter until a reporter was able to expose him for what he truly was, a true monster. In 2007, journalist and radio host Rochelle Herman had brought Jared onto her radio show for an interview when he became flirty with her and then leaned over and whispered in her ear that he was attracted to middle school girls. I guess his sick mind figured this would excite her. Instead, the radio host and mom decided she would make it her mission to bring Jared Fogle down. She began to call and flirt with Jared, recording every call and encounter she had with him. She didn't want to go to authorities without definite proof of what she believed in her heart, that Jared preyed on children. Jared began to open up to Rochelle, admitting to being attracted to children as young as 9, and gender did not matter to him. During their chats, he told her he found minors attractive because they have such nice, pure bodies. He said being with someone 9 or 10 would be really hot.
I like all ages. That's the thing. I like all of them,
Well, what makes it different? From one age to another, why does...
Well, it just depends who's ready for what, and who's going to give you the glance, you know what I mean? It's just sharing stories, and then, we get a little closer and a little closer and a little closer, and before you know it, it's just starts to happen.
So it's not that hard to do?
No, not at all.
Rochelle took her tapes to the FBI, but they just told her that because she had recorded Jared without his knowledge, the tapes were inadmissible in court. So she became an informant for the FBI, keeping up her relationship with Jared and handing over their tape chats to the agency. This went on for about 3 years, and she became frustrated. The FBI attempted to lure Jared to Sarasota, Florida, which is where she lived, to a birthday party that Rochelle happened to be having at her house so they could try to entrap Jared. Due to a last-minute change in Jared's schedule, he wasn't able to attend the party and the sting operation was foiled. It was right before this party that Jared asked Rochelle if he could have sex with her 10 and 11-year-old children who were a boy and a girl. And if not, could he just put a camera in their room? How do you even get to that conversation? Weird in this, and very, very disgustingly weird.
What if we put a camera in your kids' room? Would it be okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have it in your son or your daughter's room?
Oh, I don't know. That would be,
Which one do you think would be better?
I don't know.
Can you tell me?
It wasn't long after that in order to protect her children, Rochelle decided to step down from the investigation. Finally, they would get a tip about the Jared's Foundation's executive director, Russell Taylor, that would lead them straight to the fault of Jared. Russell Taylor had sent some images that involved bestiality on his computer. And because of this, the FBI was able to obtain a warrant and search Taylor's home in April 2015. During their search, they discovered that Taylor had hidden cameras throughout the home and in the bedrooms of his stepdaughters. The cameras captured the girls during vulnerable moments, like when they were undressing, as well as some of their friends. Taylor employed a system of multiple hidden cameras concealed in clock radios, positioned so that when the minors changed clothes, showered, bathed, or engaged in other activities in buildings where he lived, he was able to record them. Authorities found more than 500 images. Through the investigation into Taylor, authorities discovered he had sent an image of a naked child to Jared. Jared responded to the image, asking when he could have with the child. Authorities found out Taylor had gave Jared a thumb drive and a laptop with child P of children as young as 6 on it. Jared wanted Taylor to get him date drugs to use on kids, and Jared would say to Taylor, "Daddy needs some pictures." Jared would often refer to himself as Taylor's daddy and would remind him that he supplied him with paychecks and how daddy was paying for his things. He loved using his power over Taylor. Taylor had been SA'd at 8 by a neighbor boy, so he had had power exerted over him in the past. Because of this link, a search warrant was granted for authorities to raid Jared's home on July 7, 2015, and text messages obtained during the investigation of Jared. He wrote to an undisclosed recipient, "I'll pay you big for a 14 or 15-year-old because it's what I crave." He added up his preference. The younger the better, LOL. From 2007, Jared repeatedly made travel plans in order to have his business trips coincide with the pursuits of acts. Police have said that they found messages on Jared's cell phone showing he offered prostitutes in various states such as Richmond, Virginia, Kansas City, Missouri, and Las Vegas a finder's fee to set him up with minors. He would need to have with these prostitutes first to make sure that they weren't government officials or police officers before they set him up so he couldn't get in trouble. Jared allegedly told a female to advertise herself on Craigslist for sex with men. If he could watch, he would pay her $500. The woman wrote, "Is this the same website you found that 16-year-old that you F? I still can't believe you only paid $100 for her." "It was amazing," Fogle responded. Jared spent 12,000 years on underage sex workers while traveling from hotel to hotel for his Subway promotions. Jared was also heard on a recording to Rochelle about the opportunities he had to children in Thailand. "It's just crazy," he said. "It's just easy over there, different ages." He bragged of his travels to Thailand. I mean, you just sort of choose what you want, and there's a price for it, and off you go. Also, after admitting to Rochelle about having sex with the little boy in Thailand, he said, "It was amazing. Oh, it was so hot, baby. It was so effing hot." Fogle allegedly said about the counter, "Would you rather have a little boy or a little girl pleasure you?" he asked Rochelle. Disgusting. Following a years-long FBI investigation and a highly publicized raid on his Indianapolis home in 2015, Fogle pleaded guilty to 1 count of possession of child P and 1 count of traveling across state lines to have sex with a minor, and given 15 years. Jared was sent to prison in Littleton, Colorado because it has a program for sex offenders. The director of his charity, Russell Taylor, was sentenced to 27 years in prison on child P charges too. Jared has admitted from prison that he royally screwed up, saying he was selfish and entitled. Although to me, he is being way too kind on himself because it is more than a screw up. It is a life-changing moment for all the kids he had abused, and he just describes it as a screw up, trying to make it sound way too simple. And it's a lot more than that. And to me, he deserved more than 15 years. It's ridiculous that he only got 15. I mean, it said he could have essayed as many as 14 children. Probably more. That's just what they know of. So he's just a disgusting monster that deserves to be in prison much longer than that, at least in my opinion. And before I go, I just have one more thing to say. And I go add bloopers in the end like I usually do. But I want to say that I lost my biggest fan. I'm very sad about it. Grandma passed away just a couple of days ago. She was my biggest Murder, She Said fan. She never missed an episode. She watched it faithfully with my son. And she will be so missed at the Murder, She Said. We loved her dearly. That's all I want to say about that. I don't want to cry about it, but she was a sweet, sweet woman that went to meet Jesus. Anyway, me and Simon just want to say bye. And you can stay for our bloopers if you would like. He loves the word bye because he knows this is over. He knows bye means I'm done recording. Because he's a mess. Anyway, we'll tell y'all bye. Love y'all. Have a blessed, wonderful week. 5 pounds from eating Subway. Get this. Jared Fogle wasn't... Dude, lay down. This is a story of how Jared went from 0 to hero to weirdo. Weirdo, Simon, right in front of the world's eyes. You're cooperating really good, as usual. Jared Fogle was an overweight middle school child. Papa, lay down, Papa. Jared Fogle was an overweight middle school child weighing almost 300 pounds. Perfect. For a 14 or 15-year-old, because it's what I crave. Keep farting and it stinks. I wish you'd quit that. I mean, you're being a pain, as usual. Try this again. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. Just sit here, like, real nice or something. You was a little asshole. You was a little asshole. You little asshole. You little asshole. You little asshole.